Allgaier, AOPI past international president and international historian. I am delighted to share with you a very exciting announcement about a new AOPI experience coming soon to our international headquarters. In celebration of AOPI's 125th anniversary this year, we are revealing details of a beautiful new archives museum that has been in development for almost 3 years. Fully funded by donor dollars, this museum will showcase, preserve, and protect our history for generations to come. I had the honor of serving as international historian with the pleasure of working with staff on the design and contents of the new museum. While the project timeline was unexpectedly altered due to the pandemic, it is fully back on track for completion in 2023. The capital campaign for the new museum has proven to be a very successful collaborative project between the fraternity and the foundation. It has been exciting to chair the Archives Campaign Committee and serve alongside a wonderful group of dedicated women. Fundraising has been underway for approximately 9 months, beginning with a silent phase that was targeted to select donors, followed by a soft launch a few months ago to widen the donor base to include AOPI leadership. We officially announced the campaign publicly for the first time during Volunteer Summit in June. We will be communicating this exciting news to our full membership in the weeks to come. Our initial fundraising goal was an optimistic $700,000. I am beyond thrilled to share that we have achieved and surpassed that goal, and that was more than 2 months ago. Our amazing sisters have enthusiastically supported our desire to preserve AOPI's history. After reaching that initial milestone, the committee and other key leaders took stock of the scope of the project, assessed the additional needs that would be required for building upgrades, and the impact of the pandemic on building costs. With those points in mind, the fraternity and foundation set a new stretch goal of $1 million to complete the project. Amazingly, as of our public launch, we had $770,000 in commitments, which is over 110% of our initial goal and over 75% of our stretch goal. We are extremely appreciative of the support.
I'm Ashley Berg, the AOPI Foundation Executive Director. Allison has not understated the success of this campaign. During a time when the world was in chaos, we wondered how AOPI sisters would respond, and the response has been inspiring by any standard for a capital campaign. I would like to take a moment to thank Allison for chairing this project and helping turn this dream into a reality. Additional thanks go to the members of the committee listed here who have been effectively fundraising to bring this to fruition. We would like to acknowledge the entire committee for their exceptional efforts.
Thank you, Allison and Ashley. I am AOPI's International President, Crystal Grafton Combs. I am so pleased to finally have the opportunity to be a part of announcing this initiative. When we began planning for our 125th 3 years ago, the Executive Board, in collaboration with the AOPI Foundation, determined this project was to be the cornerstone of our 125th celebration. Our hope then was it would be completed and revealed during this milestone year. Circumstances set us back a year for completion, but did not hinder the project's advancement behind the scenes with fundraising and the enormous amount of work that has gone in to imagine, design, and build a museum in which we will salute AOPI's legacy of sisterhood.
Hi, my name is Megan Davies, AOPI Foundation President. We all know it's easy to dream, but execution is the hard part. We know that we would not have arrived here without the generosity of many amazing sisters. The silent phase of the Archives Capital Campaign began in September of 2021. Just in the first 4 months, we raised $350,000 in commitments, and honestly, we were astonished. 2 months later, we reached the $627,000 mark, and only 1 month later had $720,000 in commitments, surpassing our original campaign goal, even before the campaign was publicly announced. As Allison mentioned earlier, we have reached over $770,000 by our public launch. While that is amazing, we are confident we can reach our goal of $1 million by January 1st, 2023.
Thank you, Megan. Hi, sisters. I'm Kaya Miller, AOPI's Executive Director. I want to thank everyone who's been involved in this project so far and share my enthusiasm for what's to come. I like to think of our international headquarters not only as the place where our professional team comes to work and where our volunteers come for productive meetings, but truly as home for our entire membership. If you've ever visited our facility, you know that we already have museum space dedicated to preserving some of our artifacts. While it's certainly nice, the original vision for the museum was always to expand as money and space allowed. I'm so thrilled to share that our new museum space has been created by repurposing how we make use of the main floor of our current building. On our end, with the help of our entire professional staff team, we're already underway making plans to prepare the building with necessary work to accommodate our museum build. It's a big undertaking, but one we're so excited about. I also want to assure everyone that this preparatory work for the museum will be fully funded by donor dollars. The museum displays will include beautiful new cabinetry, wall systems, standalone stations, and so much more. We'll be working hard between now and March 1st of next year to have the building ready for the installation in late spring. Then the fun work begins to fill the spaces with the artifacts, images, videos, and audio recordings that we have been preparing for you to see. We cannot wait to invite you for a grand opening in the early fall of next year to visit and experience our collective AOPI home like never before.
Thank you, Kaya. I'm Mary Ellen Sassine. I'm AOPI's Director of Strategic Partnerships. In my role, I've been working closely with this project since the very beginning. Before I share a few specific details about what the museum will look like, let's take a sneak peek into what we have planned. Whether you enter our international headquarters from the front or rear doors, you will instantly know you have entered a space dedicated to AOPI. Our grand hall will now prominently feature new AOPI branding and our Alpha O studio. Recording opportunities will be available in the new studio where members can share their sisterhood moments and stories. This space will also include a listening studio to hear or watch clips from the fraternity archives. The area we currently call the parlor will be completely transformed. Anchoring the middle of this room is a display showcasing Stella's trunk, one of the museum's most prized possessions that dates back to 1914 when Stella became Grand Historian and traveled with the trunk on all of her AOPI journeys. Surrounding this trunk are 4 round pillars, each a salute to one of our founders, featuring artifacts and listening stations. And flanking the outside walls of this space will be a display saluting the history of AOPI headquarters, AOPI's beautiful jewelry, and toe drachma. Stepping across the back entranceway is the current heart of the museum. We will honor our collegiate chapters and universities, showcase and better preserve our beloved past international presidents' dresses, feature an interactive chapter map, focus on philanthropy and service, and draw your attention to the AOII Foundation. The center of this room will provide listening stations on topics we believe you will enjoy. The last main areas of the museum involve the 2 first-floor hallways. One will highlight ambitious members, and the other will salute our alumni chapters, our NPC connections, and AOPI leaders. Here we will ask visitors to ponder how it takes each of us to make a positive impact. What legacy will you leave to AOPI? Lastly, scattered throughout are spaces we like to call Instagrammable moments. We hope you will come visit us. If you don't see yourself traveling through Brentwood, Tennessee in the foreseeable future, we invite you to visit the AOPI website over the next year. We will have more information and eventually add a digital tour of the museum so everyone can share in our legacy of sisterhood.
As you can see, we have made tremendous progress toward fulfilling this dream, yet still have much work ahead. We publicly launched the Archives Museum campaign in a position of strength due to our lead donors who are being recognized here. AOPI's legacy has been strengthened through these and other very generous gifts. We now ask you and all our AOPI sisters to join them in helping us reach our $1 million goal by January of 2023. A QR code for giving will be provided at the end of this video, or you may visit the AOII Foundation page on the AOPI website to donate. I would like to close with a favorite quote from Stella Perry you will find displayed in the new museum. May you have the joy in it all, dear children, that we founders have had all the way. May you love one another as happily always as we 4 have done in a lifelong fellowship without a break. And may your descendants in Alpha Omicron Pi bring to you the glory that you yourselves are to us today. Thank you.